Hi guys! Welcome back to the podcast. I am here with Aesthel and our friend Kira.
Hello.
Which you guys probably, if you're listening to this, heard the podcast that we did with her and her boyfriend Jordan, aka Jordubs, one episode ago. Because I had my wisdom teeth taken out and I was down for the count for a week, so we missed a podcast, but we're back.
Yeah, today it's May 26th. We're finishing up the Pride issue, and...
Yeah, so we just finished the first draft of the Pride issue, and we are very excited to announce the cover is Cowboy Crunchies. Woo!
Yeah, they're amazing.
We love them. They're amazing, and...
I'm so glad we finally got to have them on the cover, because we featured them...
in the fourth issue, which
was crazy.
One of the first issues
Yeah.
of the magazine.
All the way back then.
It was like a summer issue.
Yeah,
we had a bunch of Colossal Con.
Yeah, a bunch of like swimsuit cosplays.
And we've had them a few times in the magazine.
This is our first interview with them and our first like big feature with
We
them.
met them last year at Fan Expo Boston, just briefly, because they were going to judge, I believe, the Masquerade.
We got
or
ice
something.
cream with them.
But they were running off.
Oh,
they were
okay.
like, it's nice to talk to you guys, but we gotta go, because we were gonna do a shoot with them.
Oh, yeah.
And then they were like, oh, we have to do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that's cosplay in a nutshell, is I'm running to do this thing.
And someone else is
But
running to
hello.
do the other
We'll
thing.
see you later.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
basically me all of Katsucon, because I would have, like, all of my friends popping up in random places, and then I would be like, hi, from all the way over here.
See you later.
Gotta go.
See you maybe.
Yep.
And that's Katsucon, but it's not just Katsucon, it's
Every
most cons.
con.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, very excited about that. You
We've
can check
actually-
out the cover draft. If you're on our Patreon right now, you can scroll down, and if you haven't seen, it's up.
Yeah.
And we did a nice rainbow font for it,
Yeah.
which I thought was kind of cute.
Yeah, I like that.
And if you guys didn't know, we aren't just like randomly doing a Pride issue. We're both part of the LGBTQ plus community. Aesthel and I are both bisexual and
Bisexual queens.
bisexual queens.
Yeah.
And so we're part of the community. We love it, and we wanted to do a little thing for it. And cosplay, honestly, is a really cool way to express and explore your gender identity, your sexuality.
All of it, really.
All of it, yeah.
Yeah,
It's very
I know,
cool.
Like, I think cosplays and conventions are a lot of, like, groups that are outcasts.
Yeah, it's a safe space.
So there's I found a lot of, like, LGBT, a lot of mental illness, a lot of, like, different types of life all through conventions.
Yeah.
You're all like united through this one thing, so
Yeah.
it's, like,
Yeah, you
it's
can
easy
feel
for you
accepted,
to-
and
Yeah.
people are usually very kind, and you can share love over fandom. And
Yeah.
it's a safe place. That's kind of an issue update on the current, Cosplay Realm that's happening, and you guys can pick that up on next Saturday, which is the 1st.
Yeah,
And-
we've tied in this Pride issue with June because it's Pride Month.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
We're not just randomly which would be fine, but we actually did line it up with the official Pride Month. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember being at Portcon when the law had passed
Yeah.
for the nation. That was really cool seeing
Yes.
that announcement while we were all there. And
I think I
everybody
was with Gabe when that happened.
Yeah, and everybody was freaking out. It was so cool.
Yeah,
It was a really cool sight to see. That was, 4 years ago now?
I think so.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, fun fact. Aesthel and Kira have known each other for quite a long time.
Yeah, we have. We both met at Portcon, I'm pretty sure. That
As
was
staff, right?
I was not staff.
Okay.
She was, though.
Okay.
You were still working in photography.
I still am in photography. Yeah.
So you were in the photography room, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I met you through Gibby, I'm pretty sure, too.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, and before photography, I also did, I did programming staff for my first year, and I worked in their lounge room, which was always very chill.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, hey, don't yell.
Yeah.
Just gonna hang out and be chill in this room.
Hydrate a little bit.
Yeah. Play some
Drink
games.
some water.
If you need to fix anything, it's over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Portcon, we got some conventions coming up. We're all gonna be at Portcon Maine coming up in June. And then I will be at another one, Scaricon New England, which is like the first weekend of June. That's a horror convention.
Wait, so next weekend?
Yes.
Aesthel has to pack.
Yeah.
Aestel's like, uh-oh.
No, not like this weekend coming up, but the next one after that.
Oh, she's good, folks. She can still pack.
It's all good. Yeah, I got time.
She's got time. Do you want to promo what you do?
Yeah.
When Aesthel isn't with us as Cosplay Realm, she has another thing.
Yeah, I work with the Shoggoth Assembly doing special effects makeup and prop making and movie makeup and all that fun stuff. And we table at a lot of conventions, mostly horror cons and some comic cons, selling like props and masks and all that kind of stuff.
And it's really cool. And actually, it's very
Realistic
well
looking.
respected as well. Like Doug Jones, if you guys are familiar with that type of
Actor.
actor
Yeah.
or special effects, I guess.
Yeah.
In general, because he's been in so many things. Like, did he do Shape of Water?
Yes, he was the fish man in Shape of Water. He
Crimson Peak?
was. Yep, he was some of the ghosts in Crimson Peak.
Pan's
and
Labyrinth?
Yes, the Fawn and the Pale Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was also in the Hellboy movies as Abe Sapien.
He was also Mama, I'm pretty sure, too. He was...
Oh,
the
yes,
voice of
yeah.
Mama.
I saw, like, the crawling, you know? Yeah.
That was a really
But
cool...
he came up to your booth and was like,
Yeah,
what's
that
up?
was Bangor Toy and Comic Con. He was like, his booth where you got autographs from him was literally across the hall from our booth. So like we kept getting up and chatting with him, and he kept coming over and chatting with us. That whole time was amazing.
And those are some of my favorite movies,
Yes.
to be honest.
Mine too.
So
There's a
that's
reason
very
I have
cool.
a big tattoo of him on my thigh.
Yeah, you don't have many photos with that,
Yeah,
actually.
we got some today though.
We did.
Yeah.
You got the really good photo with him just right there next to it, too.
Yes,
So
that
was
was,
really
Granite
funny.
Con last year. Because I got this tattoo like the week after I had met him at Bangor, and then last year at Granite Con I met him again, and I showed. So he signed the autograph, and I was like, okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but I need you to watch me lift my skirt up or something like that. And I
Just
lifted
for a
it.
second.
Yeah, and I showed it to him, and yeah, he thought it was amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool looking.
That's such
too.
a
I
full
love it.
circle moment
Yeah.
of like, wow, I love this thing that you did and it's on my leg.
Yeah.
What's
Forever.
up?
Hey.
Yeah.
Gosh, we are a little dead today, a little sweaty, a little tired
It's a very hot day today.
because it's a very nice day, which we're very happy about, but we had such a fun day.
Yeah.
We were going to have our D&D game, which we usually record the podcast in conjunction with because all of us are here and hanging out. But a few people are sick, so we just were like, nah, no D&D today.
We'll just
so
hang out.
yeah, we'll just hang out. And for Aesthel and I, that's usually a photo shoot because that's how we met and that's what we enjoy.
It's fun.
And making content beside the magazine is something we both enjoy.
Yeah, and it's nice to, now that I'm out of school and your face is better, it's nice to just like do.
There's context to that. My face.
we talked about your teeth.
Now that your face isn't screwed up. Now that you don't look like a puffer fish.
At least you
but
didn't bruise. That's a good.
Yes.
I did bruise.
Oh, you did?
And my dad
Oh.
said it was very disturbing and
Oh.
that
I only bruised on one side of my face.
same,
and I got
yeah,
mine out.
because
Yeah.
so my left lower wisdom tooth was impacted and infected, so it was kind of nasty.
Yeah.
Aw,
But the rest of mine popped right out, so.
Yeah.
that's
Mine was
Yeah.
impacted too, so I can relate.
But I'm back.
Yeah.
She's back.
Yeah, but I was saying, like, since your face is better and I'm out of school now, we can just, like, do shoots whenever. We don't have to plan
Schedule,
stuff
yeah.
out. We
Yeah,
don't
and I
to-
have been so inspired to cosplay recently because okay, so I am a photographer and I got so used to shooting cosplay in conventions that I tried to do the cosplay thing with it and it was like too overwhelming. It was a lot.
Yes.
And it burned me out really quickly. And I felt like I couldn't be a photographer and a cosplayer, which is not true. You definitely can do both. It's definitely a balance, though.
Yeah.
need
You
a
have to be
team.
very careful about how you do that because
Doing both at the same time.
it's kind of too much, in my opinion, to cosplay and do a full
Yeah. Unless you have an extremely comfortable cosplay.
yeah. But so for a while, I just kind of was like, oh, maybe I don't know. Maybe I won't cosplay. I'm not sure. I'm not good at sewing or anything. But then I kind of started playing into. I've loved Marvel and Spider-Man since I was like a wee tot.
Yeah.
And since I've been laying around a lot, I've been just consuming so much media and just having that fill my time. And ever since Endgame, I have just been in just Marvel mode.
Yeah. Which, by the way, because last time we talked about I was the only one that had seen it. We've all seen it now.
Oh, true, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to do an Endgame talk, though. I feel like everybody has talked about Endgame. But anyway, the kind of notion that Tony is Uncle Ben from Spider-Man really kind of got me in my feels a little bit, to be honest. And I was kind of brought back into my Spider-Man roots. And when I was laying around, I rented Into the Spider-Verse, which was actually one of our first podcasts. We talked about the trailer because the animation was amazing. Yeah. Shook. I was like, what is this? Oh my gosh. Because I didn't know much about Miles Morales. Miles Morales, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, that is.
Holy crap, that's a mouthful. His, world?
Yeah.
His multiverse or whatever. And then I got kind of fell down the rabbit hole of Spider Gwen and Gwenpool and the little side things.
The Spider-Verse.
The Spider-Verse, yeah, because I've been very like Peter Parker is Spider-Man and Doc Ock and the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Woo! Just very, I feel like, linear storylines of Spider-Man.
Right.
Anyway, this is a very long-winded answer, but I have been laying around, my mouth all swollen, and I watched a playthrough of the PS4 Marvel Spider-Man game, and it blew my mind. It was so incredible, and I just kind of dove all in, and I ordered some suits while I was laying around, and we finally shot them.
Yeah,
or one of them today, which is, we shot my Spider Gwen from kind of Into the Spider-Verse, a little bit of like Ghost Spider, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's the same costume for
It's pretty much the same costume. Into the Spider-Verse, she has ballet flats. I just had
regular
flats.
Yeah, but you need to be like trained to wear those kind of shoes.
Yeah. And my natural hair is kind of close to her, so the thing about cosplay that I was stuck on when I was burnt out was perfectionism. And I felt like I had to be perfect with what I did. Otherwise, it wouldn't be enough or good enough because of, even I was comparing myself to my friends. I mean, some of my friends are just so amazing at cosplay. And this has
cosplay world stigmas.
Yeah, and it has nothing to do. This is a me issue. It's not their fault. They're so amazing. It was just, I was comparing myself to them a lot, which I think is a very relatable thing in cosplay. Whether it's like, I feel like I'm too fat, I feel like I'm too skinny, I feel like I'm not good at sewing enough. And the truth is as long as you're having fun and it's, you're bringing a character you love, I mean, that's what cosplay is. I mean, today we walked around in a comic book store and made some people very happy just because we were being nerds in Zentai suits,
basically
hanging out.
Yeah.
And it was a really nice moment for me because it kind of reminded me of like why I do this.
Yeah. You also said that guy who owned that comic shop was the one that told you to read Spider Gwen.
Yeah.
And then
he actually told me about how he thought her storyline was so great and to give her comics a shot. So
yeah. And then here you are today coming into the shop again dressed as her.
Because I loved it so much, yeah.
Yeah. So
I think I'm also appreciating the women of the Spider-Verse because I have a hard time being drawn to female characters because I feel like they're very flat usually.
Yes.
And I usually would gender bend guys or just cosplay guys. And it feels really nice to kind of just tackle some really powerful women.
Yes.
I love Spider-Gwen's kind of sassy attitude and just she's so cool. I love her. And I feel like she kind of is me a little bit. I relate to her. And
that's always the best. I love cosplaying characters that I relate to.
And same with I ordered a Captain Marvel suit, and I feel the same way with her. Yeah. Because she's so powerful, and she takes no shit. I love that. I want to be more of that.
Yes.
And
channel that energy.
Please.
And then I also got a Felicia Hardy Black Cat symbiote, which I haven't shot yet. We didn't do that today, so another time.
Too much to shoot.
I honestly don't think the area would have been
the
same because she's kind of like alleyway or
it
darker.
Yeah,
darker.
Like if the storm clouds that were kind of rolling in at the time
we were kind of fighting rain today, but we lucked out. We didn't get any rain.
Yeah.
And then I think this kind of conversation is really good to roll into Aestel's part of today because I was talking to her fiance and he was saying that she kind of didn't want to wear her Magik cosplay again because she felt kind of meh about it. And you were like, I don't know. And you were gonna kind of scrap the costume.
I wasn't gonna scrap it entirely. I just like didn't feel the inspiration to wear it much. I think
Even
also,
though you love her.
Yes. I think there was also a big part that like most of the conventions I would wear that to are summer cons and it's super hot.
So
and
you feel
sweaty.
kind of gross about yourself.
So but like there's not really any of the winter cons I go to wouldn't make sense to wear that at. So I just have been like, someday I'll wear that again.
Yeah, but it was cool because it was our first...
The first thing we ever shot together.
Yeah, so it's funny because a lot of our origin story is Portcon, and it's kind of one of the only cons around us.
Yeah.
And also...
I think it's the biggest one in Maine.
It is, but also even New Hampshire, besides like Anime Boston, for New England, I feel like Portcon's a pretty staple convention.
Yes.
And it's how I got into cosplay and cons. Like it's my roots. And it's not the biggest con by any means. I mean, we've been to KatsuCon and Fan Expo and but it doesn't matter. I actually enjoy it more.
Yeah.
And you can still meet new people and new friends, do cool shoots with people. And anyway, Aesthel and I, that was our first shoot together as a model photographer duo. And
I remember because we had talked about it before, and then we got there, you took the pictures, and I was like, okay, how much am I supposed to pay you?
we were in Starbucks.
And you were like, no? And I was like,
I was so excited to shoot Aesthel that I didn't even think about charging a fee because, I mean, usually I do because it's part, besides the magazine, it's my job to be a photographer. And so I was kind of like shocked. I was like, no, oh my gosh, like I wanted to do that. And so I feel like we were kind of friends from the beginning, I feel like. Yeah. And you said you were scared of me because of my eyebrows.
Because you looked so cool. And I remember like a year before this happened, I would see you come up on my Facebook and I'd be like, I'm gonna try to do my makeup like her.
I love that. Oh my gosh, cute. Yes. I mean, the first time we met, this wasn't the first time we ever saw each other. It was the first time that we worked together.
Yes.
The first time we met was we were both dressed as Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
I wish we had pictures of it.
I'm so pissed. Yeah. We don't have any photos of it, but it was like 2014. We followed each other on Tumblr, and I was scrolling through the Portcon tag on Tumblr, and I saw here Daenerys, and I was like, oh my god, that's the best cosplay ever. And so I messaged you on Tumblr, and I was like, are you gonna be at Portcon? Like, can I say hi? And you were like, yes, of course.
Yeah.
And you had, like, cake or something? And you, like, gave me a piece of cake?
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god. And it was very pure, and that was one of my first cosplays, I think. Lady Loki was my first one, because I stapled Walmart fabric together.
Stapled?
I stapled it together. Like a loincloth.
Oh wow.
Boy.
Yeah. It could have been bad.
Yeah.
But it was fine.
Speaking of Daenerys, that's another cosplay. I've never done a photo shoot as her.
I've only seen pictures of you with Cousin Lukey.
Yes.
But that's not professional. It was just like cute little...
I think the dynamic of conventions has changed drastically since 2014 because I don't think people did shoots like
Not
they
much.
do now.
No, only like really big... only really big companies like professional photographers.
I remember at that time seeing a lot of Japanese cosplayers that would
Yeah.
do the studio shoots.
Yes. Yeah, and then over at the main mall, they would do like those kind of photo shoots.
Fun fact, I did one of my second Portcon, I was in a Star Trek group and I did like female Spock and
nice.
we won the so there's this professional photo company?
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Studio
You know, where
thing?
you get photos of your freshly baked baby, like fresh
Freshly
out the
baked babies.
you know, fresh out the oven.
Oh, no.
Like, look what I cooked up. You know.
Yeah, and that is no longer there anymore.
No, it's not. It's like some clothing store now.
They went out of
but
business. It's like,
for a while, you could just find random on their pamphlet, like me and my 3 friends in the corner, just as Star Trek characters.
That's awesome.
Come get your photo taken.
Yeah. That was... I don't even know what the name of that was, but I do remember where it was.
It was like Photo Studio or something.
Something like that, but it wasn't like a huge company that you would know. It was like a small kind of, you had 2 rooms and backdrops, and that's it.
In the whole, like, kind of storyline, though, of just loving the character that you're cosplaying, I did a female Winter Soldier outfit, and I entered the Newbury Comics costume contest on a whim, and the way they have it is that they upload an album to Facebook, and the winner is who gets the most likes. And there's 3 places. And it was one of my first years going to Portcon, I think maybe the second year. Mm-hmm. And I spent all day crafting this foam arm, just slapping parts together. I had no idea what I was doing. And I couldn't even bend my arm. And I literally had such a bad elbow cramp by the end of it. But when I saw the Winter Soldier, it was my favorite thing ever. And to this day, I still adore that movie and the character so much. And I won first place in the Newbury costume contest. And I got this like $400 Watchmen figure. Ooh. And I treasure it still. And I love it. It's Dr. Manhattan in a, like, bikini thing.
Yeah, that's what he's got.
And it's translucent, like, and it's, spicy. So I love it. And it just, oh my gosh, it made me want to cosplay more, because it was that little push.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, toot our own horns, but one thing I really would like to do with our platform is be able to give people a little bit of that push, maybe, in whatever regard, whether you're someone who made a costume that got credited and put in the issue, or if you flip someone's cape, even that's my name, next to it, or whatever. I think that's the kind of love and idea that kind of started Cosplay Realm, and it coming up on 10,000 followers. Which is
amazing.
It's crazy to me that we have come to create a space like that, because it's exactly what I wanted to happen.
Yes.
And I love seeing people make friends inside of our little world that we have, whether it be...
I saw so many, after the Dungeons & Dragons issue, so many, like, Critical Role cosplayers, like, one person posted a picture of, like, oh, I was on the Caduceus page. And another Caduceus cosplayer's like, wow, I'm on that same page too. You look amazing.
And then even, like, at these big cons, like MomoCon and Fanime? Yeah, Fanime. These people that were in the magazine together, they'll run up to each other and say hi. And that's kind of how it's as random as meeting on Instagram or something. It's a totally valid way of being like, oh, me and this person had a shared experience.
Yeah.
And I love that. It's so wholesome. Mm-hmm. Wholesome hours only.
Wholesome.
Speaking of that Newbury Comics contest, I entered that the first year I wore my Magik cosplay, and I got, I think, just runner-up in it. But then they also had at FYE a prop contest, but the mall at the time had a rule where you couldn't bring prop weapons inside, so you had to enter the door closest to the store, which meant I had to walk around the entire building in my full cosplay in heels, and then enter on that side. And I got over there, I was sweaty, I was like thirsty, and I was like, okay, we're just getting this done. And I got there, and they said, oh, it's not happening today, it's tomorrow. And I was like, oh, great.
And then she collapsed.
Well, then I went back the next day, and then I did it. They took my picture and all that, and they posted it online, and they said I was the winner. And I was like, oh, cool. What did I win? And I went in, and they were like, oh, there wasn't a prize.
Oh.
And I was like,
oh. You get the recognition.
Thanks.
Congrats.
But I think that, like, it had been advertised, like, you would get something for winning
Well, that's rude.
That's, the illegal.
It's okay. They're not there anymore. Yeah. They
they're
left
also gone.
They went out of business.
Yeah.
Oof. Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
But then today, after all these years, we did another shoot of my Magik cosplay.
Mm-hmm. It was so basically what we did was we live in kind of a suburban area, I would say. Is that how we would classify where we live?
I think so.
Yeah. Suburbs.
Like neighborhoods and stuff.
Yeah, neighborhoods and stuff. Like trees,
forest.
Nature.
And so it's, we could probably kind of work something out with, Spider Gwen and Magik, but we both wanted, like, an industrial kind of city vibe. Yeah. And so we had Jordan, who's Kira's boyfriend. He drove us into Portland, which is like a city.
Yeah.
Not Oregon.
No, Portland, Maine.
Everybody thinks it's Oregon. Maine, represent.
Yeah.
207. And, like, everybody from my high school got like 207 tattooed on their, knuckles.
On their fingers?
no.
Why?
Only like a few people, but whatever.
Oh.
But anyway, so we got driven in, and we had these huge rain clouds just following us as we drove in.
We were expecting that to come.
Yeah, we were expecting the worst, and it never happened. But
we also were expecting people to be talking to us in the city, like people yelling at us and stuff.
Yeah.
I've had that happen before,
Same.
like fashion
Same.
shoots in the city.
Same.
Yeah.
I think the worst one was I was shooting in front of this big graffiti wall, and these
It's always
people,
the graffiti.
Yeah, and there's these people on the top of a building yelling down at me, being like, "Why aren't you smiling?" Like, and of course it was some men.
Of course
Yeah.
it had to be that. Like, you'd be a lot prettier if you'd smile. Like,
Smile for the picture.
They actually
my
cut a scene out of Captain Marvel.
I watched that this morning.
It must have been only to appease the man babies that would have cried. I don't know why else they would have taken it out with such a chef kiss good scene. But yeah, so we didn't get harassed at all, but also Jordan is a very tall man, and he would have hecked some stuff up
oh, yes.
Yeah.
if anybody tried anything.
was
And
there to protect.
some people were looking. So I think if we were just 3 girls, we probably would have been
But I feel
harassed.
like I did an okay job down in AB, like harassing people that were
Yes.
trying to get like secret videos and
Yes.
secret pictures.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
were my
"Excuse me,
hero."
but-"
When we went to the Game
Kira
of Thrones
also takes
thing,
no shit, so
Yeah.
we had double protection.
Yeah.
Yes.
F with me, and you won't make.
You
it
have
alive.
you have like claws, so
yeah.
like watch
Yes.
out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Ooh, ASMR. We share like one brain cell.
Yeah.
We're like.
Yeah.
So I really want to get my nails done, but
Yeah.
I think the Zentai suits that I just bought,
They
would
will
just
go through.
yeah.
They will go right
So
through.
I think I
Unless
have
you
to
get the
keep-
square, like
Oh,
then you'll be
no.
yeah.
No.
No.
I'm not
sorry
like-
to anybody out there that gets the square
it's
or like
not
the swivel.
my personal taste.
No, I cannot do those.
I like
anymore.
talent.
Yeah,
After
me too.
doing the stilettos, I can
Yeah.
never go back to it. I used to have the squares.
But so
But
I
anyways.
kept saying parking garage, parking garage. I want a parking garage.
Yeah.
And
High
then
up in the city.
we found a good parking space, which
Not
was
in a parking garage.
No.
Street
no,
parking.
It was
no.
street parking.
But the weather was okay.
It was
we were-
Memorial Day weekend. A lot of people were out on the street.
Very,
Yes, and it
very
was one
packed.
of the first nice days we've had after a long
Yeah.
while.
So the gremlins were out crawling around.
Us.
Us, the pasty white
Are we the
kids.
gremlins?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're the gremlins.
So we see this parking garage like right next to us, kind of, and Jordan was like, "All right, there it is. We're going in," and I was like, "Really? I don't know. I want to get arrested."
It's
like,
not illegal to walk in a
I
parking
know, but I
garage.
felt weird because we were in like costume and we were like looked like some hooligans. We looked like we were up to something.
We were gonna hex some stuff up.
Heck something up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we're like sweet little
Little
beans,
Yeah.
little
okay.
children.
We're here
Yeah.
to take a picture. It's okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
The
we
security guards singing the little like.
literally
songs.
playing the Spider-Man game
Yeah.
recently, I literally felt like I was just like
Yeah.
Trying to sneak through.
pay no attention
It's
to
fine.
the little spider crawling in. And so we literally just walked right in and nobody even looked at us. And then we took an elevator up to the 4th floor and we had the most juicy view of downtown Portland with a cityscape that looked kind of like New York.
Yeah.
And we went in
And the
on
lighting
some
was
photos.
perfect.
It was great lighting. So Aesthel shot me, and we had Jordan take some vlog clips that you guys can check out in a vlog.
Yeah.
And
on my
we-
channel.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Having
soon.
kind of a team was very helpful because Aesthel and I usually shoot.
It's just us
It's
usually.
just us. We're very, what's that word? MacGyver? We're very like,
Yeah.
we
We just
MacGyver it
figure it
together.
out
Yeah, we
together.
get it
Yeah.
done. And it was so nice to have someone help us. And so we had someone taking vlog clips, and then Kira was like holding bags and
Yeah.
being helpful too.
That's what I do. I'm the mule of the
No!
Like, I don't mean it in a bad way. Like, I'm afraid to go on roller coasters, and whenever
Oh, me
people
too.
want to go on roller
I don't like
coasters,
roller
I hold
coasters.
everybody's stuff, and
Yeah.
I sit there at the bottom. I'm like, hey guys.
I'll go on
it's
roller
okay."
coasters for you guys. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of rides, sorry to interrupt our day story, but I'm excited. The Galaxy's Edge just opened in Disneyland in California today, and I'm looking forward so much to watching. Like, I know a couple people making videos on it. People that are there today are going to be posting about it. I can't wait.
I think our friend Veronica is going.
Is she?
I think if you guys don't follow Veronica, you should. We'll give her a little plug right now.
Yeah,
Veronica Ray. We love her. Veronica Ray Official on Instagram. And then Veronica Ray on everything else.
Yeah, she's on Twitter, Twitch.
She just started recently-ish. That's a big sentence.
Yeah.
Fairly recently, she started doing Twitch, and Aesthel and I both pop in on her stream and are like, we love you, hi!
Yeah.
I love supporting my fellow ladies.
I also started Twitch last week.
Yes!
Yeah.
You did!
And
I forgot about that.
I didn't used to watch a lot of Twitch, but now that I've started it, I've been, like, watching it nonstop. Like, I love watching my friends on there.
I feel like with cosplayers, too, if you're just kind of crafting something or editing something, that
on in the back
you can just put on Twitch, and then it's like you're hanging out with a buddy.
Yeah.
And they're just talking or playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good way to kind of get to know the creators that we all follow and interact with online.
Mm-hmm. Just see what they're up to.
Yeah.
Their personality, what they find funny, you know, how they are, what their Taco Bell order is.
Yeah.
The more you know.
I think Veronica got some Taco Bell.
She did.
In her
I've
stream.
actually never had Taco Bell.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Next adventure. That's where we're going.
One time I tried to order Taco Bell in Spanish because I got dared to in like middle school.
Oh, no.
And the girl was like, yeah, I don't speak Spanish either. Sorry, sis. And I was like, me neither.
Yeah.
Honestly, I got dared to do this.
Well.
Okay, anyways, back to our day. We were on the roof of the parking garage.
Yes.
It was
oh my gosh, it was just like a dream shoot for me.
Yeah, you were saying that so much. Like, this is the thing you've wanted to shoot.
It
so
really, really was, because I didn't know that Portland could look like a big city. Air quotes, big city.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was going to have to go into Boston and get like, I don't know, the Prudential Center or something, which is like a massive building.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Boston parking is horrible too, and it just seemed too much. Like, it just seemed too stressful. And I would have never walked into the parking garage with that much bravado to just in I go.
Yeah.
So it was nice to have a friend kind of push me in. And then having other people with posing too helps. Like, does this look awkward? Do I look like an egg right now? Or do I look good? Please help. One thing with comic book characters that's nice is they have a lot of drawn poses. So you can kind of go, oh, that's how...
Study how
almost like a reference for drawing.
Yeah. It's not like a video or a movie.
Or a live action...
where they're moving.
Movie, yeah.
Like, comic books are all still images.
Yeah.
So it's fun to, like, try to recreate that. We should do that sometime. Like, do a shoot deliberately to recreate a shot from a comic.
I think recreating comic book covers could be really fun.
Ooh
that's a shoot.
That's a shoot.
That would be awesome.
I really want to do Felicia Hardy Black Cat in her pleather suit.
Yes.
Just like the classic with the white
the fur,
and like some diamonds or something. Maybe like at night with like the full crew so we don't get murdered.
Right.
But I think you could do a good one with your claws.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Do you like Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I sure do.
We shot up on the roof of the parking garage. We walked down to do a classic Jess and M post-photo shoot mood and get some Starbucks.
We met in a Starbucks.
Yeah.
We cemented this friendship in Starbucks. Hashtag spawns us, please. Come on. And it's a very classic thing for us to go get a drink.
Finish everything. We're like, time to relax and drink some nice cold Starbucks.
Maybe it's like the sugar in it. We just crave that boost,
mineral.
that mineral. Yeah, we crave that mineral.
Yeah,
that's an ancient meme.
And then what do we do? Continue.
After our Starbucks trip, we walked like half
across
a block.
The street.
Yeah, over to Casablanca Comics, which is where we were talking about where they suggested Spider Gwen to M.
Yes.
And they were so nice there. The guy who owns the shop was there, and there was a girl there that complimented M, and she said that you were like the best Spider Gwen cosplay she had ever seen.
So,
so nice.
Cried.
Yeah.
So cute.
And I think that was another really great moment of just cosplay making someone else happy and have like she gets to go home and go, I saw Spider Gwen today.
Yeah.
You know, on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Like
In
there's no
Portland.
convention going on.
There's no reason
There's
for this.
nothing happening. We're just
It's Memorial Day weekend.
In-
Let's go and dress up as whoever.
exactly. Everyone's
like,
in like nice dresses,
Yeah.
sundresses. Like I'm here with my family, you know, on vacation, and then here we are.
Yeah.
You know.
We took some beautiful pictures of us holding up the comics of our characters.
Oh my gosh! Insert here.
Yeah, I'll put it in.
Love that.
Yeah.
But you couldn't find your comic.
I couldn't find any with Magik. No. Not even them with her in it.
No, but an X-Men comic worked. I feel
Yeah.
like
I got
really
one with
colorful-
Colossus on the front.
Yeah, that
The big brother.
I
big
really,
boy.
really wanted to buy that Iron Man statue because it was only
You
$45.
I was surprised
Should've,
you
yeah.
didn't.
You had some impulse control there, man.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Guys, thanks. Yeah, I know. I probably maybe I spent $100 on groceries this morning,
Ooh.
and I was just like, oof.
Yeah. And you got your suits.
I'm trying to eat like organic right now
Ooh.
and lots of fruits, and
Yeah.
they're like double the price.
Yeah, they're in season now.
Right.
So they're
I had
a lot more
quinoa for the first time last night.
Oh, healthy queen.
Yeah, it was yummy. I liked it.
Quinoa's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not. I'm gonna go on and talk about quinoa. Don't worry.
No.
We're not about to be
okay.
like, oh my god, Karen, did you make quinoa last night? I love quinoa.
Yeah.
Did you put kale in it?
Wow.
Oh my god.
So
I drank a
healthy.
celery juice this morning.
green smoothie.
Gotta stay on that diet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Except not. With my
No.
wisdom teeth, the second I could eat, I ate a maple bacon donut the
Oh,
second I
It
could.
looked so good.
Bitch.
I have a really good donut shop, like literally 10 minutes away from my house,
Uh-huh.
and I go in on those donuts.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
so good.
They're really
perfect.
good. They're potato donuts.
Yeah.
I love your tweet about it though. Like literally every Mainer can
Every
tell
Mainer
what is a
knows.
holy donut.
I
now.
would die.
I don't even.
I
Do you
love
want
them so
to
much.
say your Portcon lineup so people can check it
I-
out?
Ooh.
Don't entirely know what my Portcon lineup is
Oh,
gonna be yet.
and
Yeah.
she doesn't know, folks.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out still.
Lineup coming soon.
I know the only one I know for a fact is I'm gonna be wearing Ari on Friday morning, and I got to shoot with the whole KDA group.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think Facebook pages are kind of on the up, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with it. I've noticed mine doing pretty good too.
Yeah. I feel like if you're a photographer, pro tip, I feel like Facebook pages are a good way to kind of showcase your portfolio
Yes.
because people can instantly go to your Facebook page and just look at the
Scroll through
wall
them.
of your photos
Yeah.
and just go, oh, I like their style. Oh, I like how
Yeah.
they shoot. Or it's like, no, not really, doesn't really fit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's probably why most people use Facebook still for photos and whatnot.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
I would say pro tip, but we'll see. I'm still working on it. So if I can stick with it, we'll see.
Well, if
Figure
you're
it
a
out.
cosplayer looking for a photographer.
Oh, true,
too.
true.
Yes.
Well, another kind of more of like a real tip is there's groups called like Anime Boston Photography,
Yes.
Katsucon Photography,
Yeah.
and that's where you can kind of see who people vouch for and who are safe to work with and who
Yeah.
have a reputable portfolio of clientele.
Yeah.
Even
Also,
the different,
people.
even the different like anime groups, like you
Yeah.
were a part of the Bleach group. for-
Oh yeah, and you
yes.
met a bunch of really cool Bleach cosplayers through
Yeah.
that.
I think it's also good for finding photographers that are just near your area in general. Because I've found so many photographers that's like, wow, I want to work with them. Oh, they're on the other side of the country. Okay.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of people in Atlanta that I would love to work with, and
Yeah.
so I think that would be a cool future
Someday we'll go
plan
out there.
thing is to
Yeah.
go down to Atlanta.
Speaking of future plans, we have some conventions that we're going to apply for as press this year. So hopefully we
Wish
get
us
in.
luck!
Yeah, wish us
Please
luck.
send us good vibes.
Yeah, we should. Do you want to send those out this week?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do that like tomorrow.
Yeah. So we're gonna apply for Fan Expo Boston again because we loved them last year and it was
And
amazing.
Sebastian Stan is going!
Yeah, I
Woo!
actually, who was it? I think they posted that the full group of the Goonies is gonna
Oh
be
my
there,
God.
and my mom was like, is it time for me to go to Comic-Con? Like, she was ready. She's, like, doing the research. She was, like, looking up how much to get the photo with all of them.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then after Fan Expo, we're also going to apply for New York Comic-Con, which is gonna be super exciting. I really hope we get
Spidey in Times Square, baby.
Oh, yes.
That is my goal.
Yeah, that's gotta happen.
That's gonna be a really good costume for that time of year, too.
Yes.
Like,
I think I'm gonna. So my goal is to get the PS4 Insomniac Games Spidey suit with a white for that, and maybe get it from like the RPC Studios, which are the people that make the really sturdy suits instead of the Zentai zones are really great and just affordable, but the RPC Studio, they have like the neck and the
I've noticed also because...
and they have textured suits, I believe.
Cool. I was also noticing because my Magik cosplay has gloves, so I can just take them off. But M's spider suits are full finger covered. Yeah. And I've noticed some of the suit sites have like a zipper on the wrist where you can just take your hand out.
Yeah, I didn't get those, but I think probably going forward I will.
Yeah, that sounds super, super helpful.
We really want to do like a whole how to get suits properly, like a whole article and thing for that. So if you guys would be interested, let us know and we'll make it happen.
And let us know your favorite suit cosplay site if you guys know one.
I thought you were asking what fave Spidey suit.
Well, that too. Let us know your fave Spidey suit.
Oh, we'll put up some polls.
Yeah, or
on like
even
Patreon.
just like superhero suits in general.
Yeah.
Because not all of them are Spider-Mans.
No.
Yeah. But I think with like all the Spider-Verse stuff going around, it would be...
Me as Venom in New York City.
See,
ooh.
That's a look.
He still loves Venom, guys.
Yeah, I've been staring at your shirt
Venom,
the whole time.
Shirt.
Yeah.
Last time I was in New York City, last fall, was actually the last day of our trip was the day that Stan Lee died. And we went to Midtown Comics, which is right near Times Square, which is a huge, like, I think 2 or 3 story comic store.
Holy.
And I was very emotional, and I got a lot of Venom comics to read on the plane home.
That's
so sweet.
It's touching.
Yeah.
But sad.
That was like his plan was that Spider-Man was supposed to be the strongest Marvel character that he could create.
What I love about Spider-Man is that he was told that people hate spiders and it was a terrible idea. And he was like, no, this is a good idea. And so even from the base idea, it's an inspirational story of
underdog.
Yeah, underdog. And I think with Peter Parker, the thing is, not just Peter Parker, but the kind of the Spider-Man ideal is just that you can be this great person, but you're human.
Yeah,
and you struggle, and you want to have a girlfriend, and you want to have a partner, and,
you
know, you're trying to save the day, and trying to, like, take care of your mental health, and...
Not every superhero is the godly level. Some of them...
Like Superman. It's why I kind of have a hard time relating with, like, Superman.
Yeah.
Or even, sometimes Batman, even, because he's just so...
Because he's
I'm
a
sad.
billionaire? He doesn't struggle in his life.
No.
That's a controversial statement.
He has, like, emotional struggles, yes. But he doesn't struggle to survive.
Right.
Yeah. Like, Peter Parker is just trying to
He's
keep
just
a
trying to
roof
live.
over the house, you know?
He's selling his pictures like a Patreon cosplay girl.
Bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Bring me photos of Spider-Man. But what kind of photos?
Yeah. Spider-Man's loots.
Oh, please.
Gold tier. I would buy them.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
Give me that Snapchat premium, please.
Speaking of boys with Patreons that I just adore, shout out to Kawaii Bro Cosplay.
Yeah. Oh,
I
my
love
God.
your work.
He's
You're amazing. If you ever listen to this, what's up?
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Keep doing what you
Keep
do.
doing
Love
what
you.
you do. You're great.
Yeah.
A wholesome but spicy bean.
Yeah. Exactly.
More Patreon boys, please.
Yeah.
That's not related to anything, though.
It's
So,
fine.
on that note, I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much
a wrap.
everything that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Reminder again at the end, I guess, the Pride issue of Cosplay Realm magazine comes out on June 1st, so be sure to pick that up.
Yeah, and if you want just like to check out the issue and see what people write, you can check out our second tier on Patreon, which is $5, and it is a digital subscription to the magazine. And so we upload a post where you can view the magazine and check out the issue instantly when it comes out.
As it goes out.
And it's actually cheaper than if you buy it through our publisher because they take a percentage to upload the digital copy.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Just a little look out for you guys. It's a little cheaper.
We also have some articles on the Cosplay Realm blog that will tie in with this month, so that'll be exciting too.
Yes, and if you missed it, the We Love Colors article is up right now about matching body paint with arm socks and tights and all that good stuff. So
yeah,
if you're looking to cosplay someone, we got you back there.
Yes.
And Portcon's coming up. You guys can see us there if you live around here.
We'll definitely be having some vlogs. I'll have one. I don't know if you'll be planning to do one.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
And just keep track of our social medias for updates and whatnot. And we'll be posting these photos very soon.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited too. They came out really good.
Yeah.
And it was fun to play like model and photographer in ways that we normally wouldn't.
Yeah.
And so
it was I think a big change for us. We don't do a ton of like on location shoots.
No.
We do a lot of
because we try to get like a ton of work done. And we just cram all of it in.
I think we do a lot of like we wander around and find something like around our houses. Mm-hmm. But it's been a long time since we've like gone out to a place deliberately.
Especially such a busy location that would seem so hard to shoot in normally.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. We do a lot of nature stuff if we do go out, so having a cityscape was really fun.
Yeah, it really switches it up.
Yeah. So check out those photos when they come out. Pride issue on the 1st. And as always, guys, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you for listening. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.